Welcome back to the channel, guys. So if you guys are new here, my name is Rudy. I've been gardening for about 3.5 years or so, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a garden tour for the month of August. I put out these garden tours about once a month, and it's just to show the transition of things, you know, going from season to season. But one of the newest additions here is the seedling table right behind me. I built this just recently using a Garden Answers YouTube channel. Now I'll link their video in the description if you guys want to see an in-depth guide on how to build it. I definitely had to upgrade my seedling table. I was originally using a pallet with 2 sawhorses to hold my seedlings, and this method does work well, but I also wanted to be able to move the seedlings easily if I needed to put them under some shade, or basically just get them out of the way, because if you can see here, there is a large area of the garden that I have not yet started, and I do plan to expand the garden. So having a stationary seedling area isn't gonna work well for me. I'm gonna start the tour here. We're using the Bootstrap Farmers 32 cell. You can see there are some missing cells, some stuff didn't germinate, so I wanted to just make a little extra room for things that are growing. We got some melons, catnip, some more melons in the back. Here is some cannabis. What else? We got some Lakota squash, a whole lot of other tomatoes here in the back, some more cannabis, and then I just recently started a whole tray of cucumbers, minus these 2 rows here, which are some peppers, and then a whole lot of different flowers. So you can see here there's just a few different things, and you know, just some stray peppers. Obviously see how much extra room I have. I do have more of these 32 cells from Bootstrap Farmers, so definitely plan to utilize all the space that I got now. This build took me about an entire day. The wheels here are from Harbor Freight.
Got them 20s on there. Them 20s, I just got them. Them ain't 20s, but it's off the hook. Nah, they 10s. I bought them from somebody.
And the rest basically is from Home Depot. So the wood, these are just plain 2x4s. But yeah, as I said before, I'll link the YouTube video that I used to build this. Now let's get to the garden itself. We got the DIY shade planters. Got some carnations that need to be pulled out, along with some zinnias here. I'll link the YouTube video on how I built this. We got some self-watering pots with oregano, herbs and stuff like that. This one, it used to have some tomatoes, is now gone. We got some eggplants here, and these, I think these are 3 or 2 gallon, no, these are 3 gallon pots. But we do got some production out of them. This is a golden squash here. You can see there's one right there. Here is another eggplant. This one is a Turkish eggplant. It's an orange Turkish eggplant. Never tried this variety, but you can see here it's looking like a tomato, but it's an eggplant. We got the dragon fruit up front. We got some more zinnias, and I forgot to mention, I did put in some drip irrigation. You can see here, and most of all the pots have drip irrigation. I have the main line, you can see running through the side, that goes all the way across and basically waters all these beds. I forgot what this is. This is I believe it's a different variety of lavender. I'm not 100% sure, but the bees are definitely loving it. You can see here there's one there, and you know, kind of a few flying around. We got some cucumber, we got some bachelor buttons, some more eggplant. This is a white knight eggplant. Some peppers that I recently transplanted in, and here are some larger peppers that are starting to flower and starting to produce. You can see the small peppers there growing in the back, but these are quite big. These are King of the North peppers. And then just this huge jungle of green onions. And we got the composting system that I've shown. I'll link a video to the composting 101 video that I did. Alright, so here we got a variety of things. Here you got peppers all along that side. Some marigold that I pulled out. There used to be full marigolds in the middle there, but they were just like overrunning and shading out the peppers. So once I pulled those out, you can see here, this one's a habanero. This one started to grow much more than it was originally. And the cayenne peppers, there's a few peppers that I still need to pull. And then we got 2 eggplants on the edge there. And we got the grape here coming on this. This used to be a dog kennel, this structure here. But I took off the fencing all around it and basically just used the structure to grow on. And we got a small pollinator patch here. These are some marigolds that have bloomed, but they're kind of dying back now. Yeah, this whole patch I need to refresh. However, the morning glories, this is the moonflower variety, which is supposed to bloom a white flower at night. This is going really well. I had a blue variety of morning glory that basically overtook this. I'll put a picture up on the screen. And then we got a few different things here. This is a squash here. I put 2 in here. This was also a pollinator patch that had some cosmos that I used seed bombs from Lowe's that I got, planted them. Had a few different flowers sprout up. Here we got a loofah. This is the only actual gourd that I actually got. I'm gonna swing around here. We got a little shaded area with the grapes coming across. But all these here are more white night eggplants. You can see here, this entire row goes all the way down. And it's just a bunch of eggplants. All along this row, we got different varieties of melons. So we're gonna wanna grow these melons up to the trellis. Got some peppers here. This variety is the Murusaki purple. So it has a nice purple flower and it produces a purple pepper. It's a sweet pepper, not a hot pepper, but you can see there it's starting to grow. Oh, I have shown this before, but this is a Mississippi mud wind chime. Take you guys back around. And we got the aloe here, the dragon fruit. You can see here that it's flowering. And we got another loofah that's going up and kind of climbing the fence there. We got some more tomatoes. So all this side here is on the lower and lean system, goes all the way down. But you can see here it's starting to slowly stop in the production. We got a ton of tomatoes already. I did even pull out this front row of tomatoes, which was also, you know, of the same variety as the ones in the back. But I ended up planting some new round tomatoes, and then in the middle I threw in some eggplants. And yeah, I forgot to mention this row all here is different varieties of melons, and in the middle was some calendula. And I wanted to do a lot of interplanting, and I noticed that it definitely had a positive effect in the garden. There was much less pest issues and a whole lot of extra pollinators in the garden. So definitely want to try interplanting with flowers, you know, to help out in the garden. But here we got some more squash and different variety sizes of pots. Here's some more cayenne peppers, some more white night eggplant. We got a ton of eggplants going on. I didn't really realize how many I planted, but it's just been producing. Some more peppers here and peppers. And then I just recently, I'd say last month or so, put in this corn. This is a striped variety. You could see here, you know, the variegation or the stripes, purple stripes on the leaves. In between it all is some sunflowers. So those are starting to stretch out now. And then there's a little eggplant right there in the middle. But definitely got to fill out this little patch. And then the lime tree. This has just been producing all year long. I haven't done much to it. I need to definitely though trim the top there. I don't want to get it too big. Here I threw in some pumpkins recently. So these 3 here in this row, 1, 2, 3, are pumpkins, and the thought is that I'm gonna grow them up this small little fence in here and let them cascade down, and you know, let them have more room. If I didn't do that, they would basically just grow along this and kind of cramp things up. So I prefer to get them off the ground, even though it would be preferred to let them sprawl out on the ground and touch soil. But since I'm growing in raised beds, there is basically no soil for them to touch. So by doing this, I'll just get them off the ground, prevent any, you know, pest issues that can arise, and have them have way more space to grow, sprawl out, you know, and do their thing. Beans here, you can see just crawling up the trellis there. Gotta twist this that way. But this was a volunteer tomato, and then the beans in the front that I planted, and then some more of those purple variety of peppers, and then some more carnations. And then here we got a basically an empty bed. We got a squash there, heat's kind of getting to it, and then some more variety of beans here up in the front. So you see, you got little patches here and there that I need to fill out in the bed, which is the reason why I built that seedling table, just to get some more production, to be able to pull things in and out when necessary. And that is it for the tours. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and you like to see subsequent videos. If so, you can click the on-screen icon right below me to subscribe to see my next month video or any other videos that I put out. And you click on any of the thumbnails to the side of me to check out any of my other videos. And as always, you won't get a harvest if you don't sow seeds.